What if artificial intelligence isn't the biggest change coming to law enforcement? What if AI reveals what officers have known all along? That many of the frustrations in policing were never caused by policing itself. They were caused by the systems surrounding it, like the paperwork, the politics, or the thankless public. What if AI doesn't change policing, but exposes what was broken all along? Let's talk about Officer Davis. Officer Davis responds to a vehicle accident. The investigation takes 45 minutes, but the accident report takes 2 hours. Not because the accident was complicated, but because the process is. He enters the same information multiple times and copies information from one system to another. He reviews forms that have barely changed in the past 20 years. He spends more time documenting the event than investigating it. Most officers don't complain because they think that's simply the job. After all, it's the way it's always been done. But what happens when AI enters the picture? Suddenly, many of those inefficiencies become impossible to ignore. Imagine Officer Davis using an AI-assisted workflow. The technology helps organize notes, structures the narrative, and identifies missing information. The officer still verifies every fact and owns the report. But the process becomes dramatically more efficient. Now here's where it gets interesting. The biggest improvement wasn't necessarily AI. It was discovering how much wasted effort existed before AI arrived. Artificial intelligence often acts like a spotlight. It illuminates redundant procedures, outdated policies, and organizational blind spots. In many cases, AI doesn't create the problem, it reveals it. For decades, agencies have accepted certain frustrations as normal. Long report writing sessions, information trapped in separate systems, and investigative delays caused by administrative processes. What if those things were never normal, but tolerated? This is where the conversation becomes uncomfortable. Because AI doesn't just challenge technology, it challenges identity, assumptions, and traditions. And sometimes it forces organizations to ask, why are we doing it this way? For some agencies, that's exciting, but for others, it's threatening. Because technological change is often easier than cultural change. The departments that thrive in the future may not be the departments with the most AI. They may be the departments willing to honestly examine their own systems, to question old assumptions, rethink outdated workflows, and modernize responsibly. Artificial intelligence will never replace officers, at least not anytime soon, because judgment and human insight are currently needed to solve human problems. But it may help law enforcement see opportunities for improvement that have been hiding in plain sight for years. The future of law enforcement may not belong to the agencies that adopt AI the fastest. It may belong to the agencies willing to learn what AI is trying to show them. And what it may be showing us is that the biggest opportunity is fixing what we've accepted for far too long. Departments can do little about politics and a thankless society, but they can gain respect and credibility by being the most progressive and technologically advanced.